Sexual harassment is all over the news right now, but this is nothing new to the victims, mostly women and some men who've experienced discrimination on the job. And it is discrimination, and it is against the law. But what can you do if it happens to you? The law and the reality can sometimes be very different.
No, that's okay.
Darlene Sweeney Newbern is the head of the Toledo office of the Ohio Civil Rights Commission. She's handled hundreds of sexual harassment complaints.
Well, I can tell you, I've been doing this for 28 years. It's nothing new to me.
In the past 3 years, over 400 charges have been filed in Ohio. In Toledo, over 100. And just since October 1st of this year, 56 new cases have been filed in the state.
I can submit to you while we're sitting here interviewing, someone is being sexually harassed right here on the job in Toledo, Ohio. Someone is absolutely miserable.
Sexual harassment is any unwanted attention of a sexual nature that creates discomfort and/or interferes with the job. It can occur in several ways, like unwanted sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, verbal abuse like suggestive comments or demands, or physical things like touching, pinching, and patting. And there are two types: quid pro quo.
Hey, if you do X, then in return, I will give you Y. And if you do not perform X, I'm going to make your life miserable.
And a hostile work environment.
And that has to do with maybe coworker to coworker, or perhaps you work in an environment where you have vendors that come in and that vendor may sexually harass someone on the job. So hostile work environment. Either way, is awful.
Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act prohibits employers from discriminating on the basis of sex, race, color, nation of origin, and religion. Sexual harassment is discrimination. Now, that being said, many women and some men who experience harassment on the job aren't going to get a multi-million-dollar settlement. In fact, in some cases, they could end up losing their jobs.
There are plenty of situations where if the person who was doing the harassing was really well liked or was sort of pivotal because maybe they were the innovator of the company, they've had lots of patents or whatever the case might be, that person's not going to get fired.
Nicole Porter is a University of Toledo law professor who specializes in employment discrimination. She says retaliation, while illegal, can be subtle.
They report it, and now all of a sudden people are looking at them funny, they're not talking, no one will sit with them in the cafeteria.
Or again, you have coworkers who possibly look you up and down or say, stay away from that person. They're just a troublemaker.
But harassment that's swept under the rug could come back to haunt the company.
As their lawyer, I would say to them, this person's a real risk, right? They are likely to cause you liability in the future because, they're not acting appropriately around other people, especially around other women.
Sweeney Newbern points out that it's not just the company that can be held liable, the individual can as well.
He may be able to keep his job, but he also can be prepared to pay plenty of money.
So, how can a woman protect herself? For starters, the Ohio Civil Rights Commission says confront the harasser, tell him to stop.
I can tell you this much, if you don't speak out, it's going to continue to happen.
But that can be hard to do.
We're really afraid to say, that offended me. Instead, we go, oh, okay, and we walk away, and there's like a nervous laughter, but the message is often not made clear to that other person. That was really, really offensive.
It's also important to tell somebody, especially a trusted coworker, and keep a detailed record.
They should document everything, keep a journal of everything that's happened, everything that's been said, all their sort of present sense thoughts on what was going on, write all of that down.
Find out your company's policy on sexual harassment.
And that policy should clearly explain to each and every employee what steps are to be taken and followed if you believe you are subjected to sexual harassment.
And if the harassment continues, you can file a complaint with the company or the Ohio Civil Rights Commission. Sweeney Newbern and Porter are encouraged by the current climate of believing the victim, which may give more women the courage to fight back against sexual harassment on the job.
It is just simply the law, and it's unlawful in the workplace.
All right, so with everything that has happened,
Sure.
I think more women are feeling more empowered to do something. But what happens after a complaint is filed
Yeah,
here.
if it gets to the point that you file a complaint, Sweeney Newburn says that the first thing she'll try is mediation. She calls that win-win, just trying to get some kind of resolution before it goes through the formal process. But if that doesn't work, the formal investigation begins. And she says, unlike a criminal investigation, the standard for proving sexual harassment is not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. She says it's more likely than not. And that's oftentimes because there are only two people involved, the victim and the harasser. And Porter says you're not likely to win a multi-million-dollar settlement like we've heard in the news from some of the big names in the media. But Sweeney Newburn says that she has successfully gotten a lot of financial settlements for victims, such as back pay and damages.
Happening everywhere.
And we're going to be hearing more about it. That's no doubt.
Okay, good story. Diane?